What exactly is a buyout? So a buyout is when a voiceover client pays you to use your recordings for a certain period of time. A buyout doesn't always mean in perpetuity, but a full buyout is in perpetuity, and that is not always a bad thing. What's the difference between a buyout and a rebuy? A rebuy is an agreement to use it again for an additional period of time. So you may get booked for a commercial and it'll run 6 weeks. And then they say, okay, that was great. We'd like to run it for another 6 weeks. And then they get to pay you again, which is very, very tasty. Often the rebuy rate and length of usage is often the same as the original, but it can vary, 6 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever. And buyouts and rebuys are very common in non-union voiceover work. So as an example, let's look at a genre that I do all the time, explainer videos. This is a non-broadcast genre, okay? And usage, there's a big difference in usage. If you listen to my last blog about voiceover rates, there's a big difference when it comes to usage for broadcast and non-broadcast. It's too long to be a commercial, which means it's not going to be a TV commercial. It just won't be there. Also, it's highly unlikely that it would be used as an internet ad because it's just way too long and the format is just not an advertising format. So when somebody comes to me and says, hey, we would like you to do this explainer video, I assume that whatever they're going to pay me, that explainer video is going to wind up on the company's website, on a social media platform or multiple social media platforms, probably on YouTube and possibly on another video platform like Vimeo or something like that. So that usage fee for that sort of thing is folded into the cost of what they're going to pay me. So I don't think I've ever separated a usage fee from a session fee for an explainer video. It's like, okay, we'll pay you this. And it's like, okay, great. And then I assume they're going to do that with it. Because like I said, since it's not broadcast content, it's not created, it's not the content, the length, the format, everything, it just isn't broadcast content. So I don't sweat it. So if a voice seeker is asking a voice actor to use their voice for a broadcast commercial, TV, radio, internet ad, social media boost, whatever, in perpetuity, run. Don't do it. Because that's not good, because that could create all sorts of conflicts and exclusivity problems that could seriously damage your career. If a voice seeker is offering a full buyout for non-broadcast content, most of the time that's okay. If a voice seeker is asking for full buyout of broadcast content, most of the time that is not okay. Okay? If you book a voiceover gig and there's usage of some sort for a certain period of time for a certain amount of money, make a note of that, because that way you know exactly how long the usage is. And if you have any conflicts with that particular gig, that way you know that within that period of time, you're not allowed to voice products or services for anything similar, Coke, Pepsi, McDonald's, Burger King, whatever. But when that usage expires, that buyout expires, then you're done, or they may want to rebuy. When it's getting close to that buyout terminating, you can reach out to the client, and it's always great to find an excuse to reach out to the client and say, hey, just letting you know that this buyout is gonna end soon. Would you like to renew it? Would you like to do a rebuy? Would you like to give me more money for free? Well, it's not them for free, for you for free, but you know what I mean. Why do creatives suck at money? Now, I know not all creatives suck at money, but, in the 25 years I've been doing voiceover, and even before that, when I was pursuing theater and on-camera work, I was noticing that there seems to be a correlation between how creative you are and how crappy you are at managing your finances. So why is that? Some of it I think is conscious, some of it I think is unconscious. Some of it I think is conscious, as in, some people identify themselves, have a strong sense of identity when it comes to their relationship with money. I'm a capitalist. I work on Wall Street. I'm in finances, speculative trading. I'm in real estate. I'm in banking, and those aren't intrinsically bad things, but that's how a lot of people identify. What's weird is in the arts, if you like money, you're not cool. You're some kind of fascist. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I also think some of it is cultural as in how you were raised at home and what the culture of your school life, maybe your place of worship, the friends that you hang out with, even the movies or TV shows that you watch have an effect on your relationship with money. Well, here's a little secret. You can be an artist and still be good with money too, okay? You can have your artist little beret cocked to the side over here, and then you can have your, I don't know what the other one would be, a fedora? I don't know. Some other kind of hat that reflects that you're good with money. You can have both of those hats on. You should have both of those hats on. If you want to have any chance of being successful in the arts these days, you need to have both of those hats on. So it's not a sin to like money. It's not a sin to be good with your finances. But also, here's the other thing. Don't relieve yourself of the responsibility of being good with money because you are an artist. Oh, no. I don't work with accounting software. It messes with my, anahata chakra or, whatever. Did I use that joke before in a previous blog? Well, I used it again. I thought it was funny. Or not. Anyway. You can have a healthy relationship with money, both internally and externally. Actually, to have a healthy relationship with money, you need to have that healthy relationship with money internally first, so you can have a healthy relationship with money externally as well. There's no reason why you have to have the word starving in front of the word artist. You don't have to. Now, don't get me wrong. What we do is difficult. A lot of us work from paycheck to paycheck. A lot of us have to struggle to start out because it's very hard to start it and get it going. And often we don't know where our next acting, singing, dancing, modeling, voiceover gig is coming from. And that's okay. But understanding how money works, why money works, and how money works and why money works as someone who is self-employed as opposed to someone who is a full-time employee or a 9-to-5er, there is a difference. How your money works and how you work with your money and how you can make your money work for you as someone who is self-employed is different from someone who works for someone or something else. The key to success when it comes to filing your taxes is to be prepared. Have systems in place so as you're going along, you can track your income and you can track your expenses. I use a spreadsheet. I have made a cash flow tracking spreadsheet, which you can get at vostrategist.com. So when it comes to revenue tracking, it's just a line item in the spreadsheet. It's just one thing that I do. That's relatively easy. And since I'm putting in the currency, I'm going to know which of my clients could send me a 1099, which all United States clients, if you earn $600 or more, should send you a 1099. Or if it's international client, which they're not going to send you a 1099. Or if it's a gig where there is withholding, which means they're going to send you a W-2. So when it comes tax time, I've got a pretty good idea of knowing exactly how many 1099s and how many W-2s I'm going to be getting. I'm talking 1099 NECs. That's the one, the non-employment compensation 1099s. That's the one that most of us get at the end of the year from our clients. Sometimes they have to hire you to get you into their payroll system, which often means there is withholding, which means you're going to get a W-2 at the end of the year. And then there's a whole bunch of other 1099s, the one for interest, the one for dividends, the one if you sell stuff on PayPal, which I think is a 1099K or something like that. And then the 1099 miscellaneous which covers all kinds of things. But have a living, breathing CPA. That's really important to have. Once you're a voice actor, just, doing TurboTax doesn't cut it anymore because there's a lot more to it that you need to actually pay someone. And it's not to, obviously we all want to get refunds, but, to make sure that you're declaring everything properly, your income, and also declaring all your expenses properly. So number one, you can hopefully get as much money back as possible. And two, to make sure that you're not breaking the law. I have 3 videos that can help you out with that. 1, Master Your Cash Flow, where we talk about what to do with that paycheck, how to set up your checking and savings accounts, how to understand your credit rating, how to understand insurance, how to understand retirement. The other one is Know Your Worth. This is focused more for voice actors, where we talk about how to create a rate sheet, how to negotiate rates with clients, and how to invoice and how to follow up on those invoices to make sure that you get paid. The third one is Make Taxes Less Taxing. This is good for anybody that is self-employed. In there, we talk about to incorporate or not to incorporate, a little bit about LLCs. We talk about what I call a day with the CPA, how to take a little bit of time regularly throughout the year to prepare yourself for tax season. So when the time comes, you are prepared to set up your CPA for success and set yourself up for success. Go to vostrategist.com and check them out. And thank you very much for watching this video. Please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to book that 15-minute consult so I can help you navigate the performing arts industry. Stay cool, stay safe, and happy performing.